Picture this. You've just signed your dream record deal. The champagne's still cold, the ink's barely dry, and you're convinced you've made it. But then reality hits. Your music gets shelved. Your royalties vanish into thin air. And suddenly, the golden contract feels more like golden handcuffs. For decades, R&B artists have been caught in some of the music industry's most notorious battles, fighting tooth and nail against the very labels that promised to make them stars. But here's the thing, some of them didn't just fight back, they won. Today, we're counting down 10 R&B legends who stood up to the machine, took control of their careers, and came out on top. These aren't just legal victories. They're stories of courage, creativity, and the relentless pursuit of artistic freedom. This is Soul Lens. Let's dive in. 10. My, The Quiet Rebellion. We're kicking things off with an artist who doesn't always get the credit she deserves, Mia. By the early 2000s, Ma had already proven herself. She had platinum albums, a Grammy for Lady Marmalade, and a voice that could melt glaciers. But behind the scenes, her relationship with Interscope Records was falling apart. Creative differences piled up, album releases got delayed, and Mua found herself stuck in limbo, watching her momentum slip away. So what did she do? She walked away. In 2007, Ma made a decision that shocked the industry. She went independent. No major label backing, no massive marketing budgets, just pure artistry and hustle. She launched her own label, Planet 9, and started releasing music on her terms. And here's the kicker, it worked. Ma released multiple independent albums, won a Grammy for her 2009 project, Smooth Jones, and built a loyal fan base that appreciated her authenticity. She proved that sometimes the best move is to bet on yourself, even when the odds seem stacked against you. Ma's story is a masterclass in patience and self-belief. She didn't go out swinging with lawsuits or public drama. She simply took back her power, one release at a time. 9. Anita Baker, the master of her masters. If you want to talk about reclaiming what's yours, you have to talk about Anita Baker. Flashbacks of the times we've had. For years, the 8-time Grammy winner watched as her classic albums, Rapture, Giving You, The Best That I Got, Rhythm of Love, generated millions in revenue. But there was a problem. She didn't own the master recordings. Those belonged to her former labels, and that meant she wasn't seeing the full financial benefits of her own legacy. So in 2021, Anita Baker did something bold. She went public. She took to Twitter and asked her fans to stop streaming her music temporarily while she fought to reclaim her masters. And the internet rallied behind her. Keep on loving you. I want the same old love. Within months, Baker announced that she had successfully negotiated the return of her master recordings. It was a monumental victory, not just for her, but for every artist who's ever felt powerless in the face of corporate music contracts. Keeps me holding on from beginning to... Anita Baker didn't just win her masters back. She inspired a generation of artists to ask the hard questions: who owns my work? And what am I willing to do to get it back? Her fight reminded the world that legends don't fade quietly. They fight for what they've earned. 8. Tevin Campbell, Breaking Free from the Shadow. Tevin Campbell's voice defined an era. From Can We Talk to I'm Ready, he was the golden boy of 90s R&B, mentored by none other than Quincy Jones and Prince. But by the late 90s, his relationship with Warner Bros. Had soured.
Baby, don't stand there in the doorway.
Creative control became a constant battle. The label wanted to shape him into something safe, something predictable. But Tevin had other ideas. He wanted to evolve, to experiment, to take risks. The tension became unbearable, and eventually, Tevin made the tough call to part ways. Walking away from a major label at the height of your career. That takes guts. And while Tevin's commercial presence faded for a while, he never lost his artistry. He continued performing, touring, and connecting with fans who appreciated his authenticity over industry politics. In recent years, Tevin Campbell has experienced a resurgence thanks to social media, nostalgia, and a new generation discovering his timeless catalog. His story is proof that sometimes losing the battle with a label doesn't mean losing the war for your legacy.
Only a small percentage of people watching right now are subscribed. If these stories matter to you, or you felt something watching, hit subscribe. Soul history deserves to be remembered properly. Now, back to the countdown.
7. Luther V. A. N. D. R. O. S. C. The fight for creative freedom. Luther Vandross is synonymous with romance, elegance, and vocal perfection. But before he became the Luther we know and love, he fought one of the most important battles of his career.
There's not a minute, hour, day, or night that I don't love.
In the early 80s, Luther signed with Epic Records. He had the talent, the vision, and the drive, but the label wanted to control everything. They wanted to dictate producers, song choices, even his image. For an artist as meticulous and passionate as Luther, that was unacceptable. Luther pushed back hard. He demanded creative control over his albums, and after tense negotiations, Epic finally gave in. That decision changed everything. With full creative freedom, Luther went on to produce some of the most iconic R&B albums of all time. Forever, for always, for love, Give Me the Reason, Power of Love. Every lush arrangement, every heartfelt lyric, every flawless vocal run, that was Luther, unfiltered and uncompromised. His fight wasn't just about one artist getting his way. It set a precedent. It showed that when labels trust their artists, magic happens. And Luther Vandross gave us decades of magic because he refused to settle for anything less than perfection.
Open the door up and to my surprise there you were standing. For who?
6. Toni B. R-A-X-T-O-N. Bankruptcy Sigh, Betrayal, and Triumph. Toni Braxton's story is one of the most heartbreaking and ultimately inspiring in R&B history. In the mid-90 seconds, Toni was on top of the world. Her debut album went multi-platinum. Breathe Again and another sad love song dominated the airwaves. She won Grammys. She was a superstar. But behind the scenes, her contract with LaFace Records was a nightmare. Despite selling millions of albums, Toni was barely making any money. After paying back recording costs, marketing expenses, and other charges built into her contract, she was left with almost nothing. In 1996, at the height of her fame, Toni Braxton filed for bankruptcy. Let that sink in. One of the biggest R&B stars in the world, bankrupt. But Toni didn't give up. She renegotiated her contract, fought for better terms, and eventually signed a more favorable deal with Arista Records. Her 2000 album, The Heat, went on to sell over 4 million copies, and singles like He Wasn't Man Enough proved she was back and stronger than ever. Toni Braxton's battle exposed the dark side of the music industry, predatory contracts that leave artists broke while everyone else profits. But her comeback is a testament to resilience. She didn't just survive the system, she beat it. 5. Prince, the symbol of resistance. 4. Mary J. Blige, the queen who demanded her crown. Mary J. Blige has been through it all: heartbreak, addiction, financial ruin, and yes, label drama. In the 2000s, Mary discovered that her ex-husband and former manager had mismanaged her finances, leaving her in massive debt despite her incredible success. On top of that, her relationship with her label, Geffen Records, was strained. She felt creatively stifled and financially undervalued. So Mary did what queens do. She took control. She renegotiated her contracts, fired the people who weren't serving her, and rebuilt her empire from the ground up. She launched her own production company and started making deals that actually benefited her. The result? Albums like Stronger with Each Tear in My Life the Second that reaffirmed her status as the queen of hip-hop soul. Mary J. Blige didn't just survive the chaos, she thrived. Her story is a reminder that sometimes the fight isn't with the label alone. It's with the whole system, the people around you, the contracts you sign, the trust you give. And when you finally break free, the comeback is unstoppable. 3. George Clinton and PARLIAMENTFUNKADEL. Funk vs. The System. George Clinton is a funk legend. Parliament Funkadelic changed music forever. But behind the grooves and the glitter, George fought one of the longest and most painful legal battles in music history. In the 70s and 80s, George lost control of the rights to some of his most iconic songs due to shady contracts and industry manipulation. For years, he couldn't even perform his own hits without paying someone else. But George never stopped fighting. He spent decades in court battling to reclaim what was stolen from him. And slowly, piece by piece, he won back the rights to his music.
As we fought, or deeper still, the mothership connection.
George Clinton's fight wasn't flashy. It wasn't fast, but it was necessary. He showed that even when the system is rigged, persistence pays off. And today, his legacy is secure, not just because of the music, but because he refused to let the industry erase him.
Y'all ready for that real shit?
2. TLC, bankrupt superstars who rewrote the rules.
I know about those friends, they kind of turned their backs against you.
TLC was the biggest girl group in the world, Crazy Sexy Cool sold over 23 million copies. They won Grammys. They sold out arenas. And yet, they were broke. In 1995, TLC filed for bankruptcy, revealing that despite their massive success, they were each earning less than $50,000 a year. Their contract with LaFace Records was structured in a way that left them with almost nothing after expenses. The public was shocked. How could the biggest group in music be bankrupt? TLC's battle became a rallying cry for transparency in the industry. They renegotiated their contract, fought for better terms, and went on to release Fan Mail in 1999, another multi-platinum success.
They talk me out, then be next to me, 'cause I am with some shit to envy.
Their story forced the industry to confront an uncomfortable truth. Success doesn't always mean wealth, especially when the contracts are designed to keep artists dependent and powerless. TLC didn't just win their fight, they changed the conversation forever.
See me, don't you know when times got rough, I was standing there.
1. Marvin Gaye, the battle that broke barriers. At number 1, we have Marvin Gaye and the album that almost never was. By 1970, Marvin Gaye was frustrated. Motown Records saw him as a hitmaker, a singles artist, someone who could churn out radio-friendly love songs on demand. But Marvin had something deeper to say. He wanted to make an album that reflected the world around him. The war, the injustice, the pain. So he created What's Going On. But when Marvin presented the album to Motown founder Berry Gordy, Gordy hated it. He thought it was uncommercial, too political, too risky. He refused to release it. So Marvin Gaye went on strike. He refused to record anything else until Motown released What's Going On. It was a standoff that lasted months. Finally, Gordy relented, and the rest is history. What's Going On became one of the greatest albums ever made, a timeless masterpiece that redefined what R&B could be. Marvin Gaye's fight wasn't just about one album. It was about artistic integrity. It was about proving that Black artists could create meaningful, powerful, socially conscious work, and that the world was ready to hear it. He won that battle, and in doing so, he opened the door for every artist who came after him. And there you have it, 10 R&B legends who refused to back down, who fought for their art, their voices, and their futures. These stories remind us that the music industry has always been a battlefield. But they also remind us that artists have power, more power than the contracts, the boardrooms, and the bottom lines would have you believe. If this video resonated with you, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a story from Soul Lens. Drop a comment and let us know which artist's battle inspired you the most. And if you want more deep dives into the legends of R&B and soul, check out our video on the untold stories behind your favorite 90s R&B hits. Link in the description. Thanks for watching. This is Soul Lens, where we celebrate the music, the artists, and the stories that shape soul. Until next time, keep the music alive.